Okay, guys, we're recording right now. I don't know if you can see now, guys. The camera is turned on. That's perfect. So we're going to officially start this AMA. Just 1 second. Let me find the Giggle Master over here. Giggle Master, perfect. You're allowed to speak. How's it going, Giggle Master?
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. It's nice to have you here to Drive Its Lounge. We're doing our AMA today. So we actually been seeing your project. We actually been talking a little bit about it in the lounge. So many people are actually quite, eager to ask some questions and to know more about this project. Like we always say here in the Drive Its Lounge, we love utility projects. So that's something that we're going to be discussing more in the near future of the few minutes. But we've been having a lot of meme tokens lately, and those of course are also really nice because we got the chance to talk with a lot of devs, and they showed us how much they like their project and how much they're going to push their projects. But now actually having a utility project is actually pretty great. But once again, guys, everyone, welcome. We have officially started the AMA. We have 25 participants, organic participants. Remember that, guys. I don't buy BC listeners, so I don't buy bots. I don't buy anything. You know that this community is fully organic. So 25 people is actually really great. Thank you all for being here, listening to me and Giggle Master now. This is Drive Its Lounge, where we're going to discuss everything related to investments, pink sale, pre-sales, stealth launches, and everything. And today, guys, we're gonna be talking about this project called GiggleBucks. GiggleBucks right now is currently having its fair launch on pink sale. It's going to be open for 6 more days, so actually there's plenty enough time for everyone to do their proper research. And then, of course, when you feel all right with your investment, you can go ahead and just contribute for the fair launch. There are also a lot of perks for the fair launch investors, but we're going to be talking about that later. But now I'm going to let my friend Giggle Master speak. Hey, Giggle Master, I want you please to present yourself, to tell us a little bit more about who you are, your past experience, and importantly, also what motivated you to do this project. What was the thing that made you say, "Hey, I have this idea and I want to make it happen," because there's a huge step when you first have an idea than when you actually start doing it. So the microphone is all yours, brother.
Absolutely. First and foremost, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. I appreciate it. My background, I'm 38 now, about to be 39. I started with Google as a software developer. Now I'm a senior software developer. I left Google, went to Tesla. I went to MIT for 2 years, left MIT, started my own business. I do cybersecurity as a consultant as well. So I'm all over the place right now. I live in the US. Um, I have a team of three full stack developers that I pay full time. I personally know them. I'm very close to them. They have signed an NDA because I take this project very serious. I got into crypto in 2013. I invested heavy into Bitcoin. So I'm not your typical meme guy. I'm your Ethereum and Bitcoin guy. I did play around with 10 to 15 meme projects, and Shiba was the first one. I've made yeah, let's not throw any numbers out there, but I've made a great amount of money in crypto, and I've shared a lot of knowledge in crypto as well. Because there's a lot of new crypto investors that don't really know what happens behind the scenes and what is a rug pull. I remember the first time I heard the word rug pull and honeypot. I didn't know what that was. Um, why I created this project is somebody's mic was on. I've been working on this project with my team for about almost 9 months now, 8.5 months to be exact. Um, I've developed bots for myself. I have sniped projects and 10x so fast in new launches that will blow your mind. And when I say developed, I did everything from scratch. Python. Um, we almost have the front end user interface ready. But if you are familiar with Jared from Subway, does that ring a bell?
Yeah, of course. I think everyone in the DeFi space knows who Jared from Subway is.
Okay, perfect. So that is the number one plus about this bot.
Yeah.
that you can leave the bot on auto sandwich. I didn't call it sandwich on the front end interface. I called it auto front run. You don't have to be home at all, and it will front run any projects that launch or any transactions through the meme pool. It does manual snipes into new projects. It will not let you buy, and I've seen many projects where they have honeypot checkers, this and that, but this goes
Yeah.
into depth. This will not let you buy a honeypot. It will read the coding as well. So I put in a lot of time. It's not just your normal. I've tested it in about 10 days. I think about 3, 4 days before launch. I will do a live demo and show everyone on Twitter and a Telegram. I'll do 2 live demos on Twitter and Telegram on how the quote unquote Jared from Subway.eth bot works and how he's milking everyone.
Very nice, very nice. That's actually pretty amazing, and I'm also amazed on the level of experience that you got, man. To be honest, you went to some very great schools, and you worked from one of the two of the best companies in the world, if I heard correctly, work at Google and Tesla. So that's actually pretty interesting. So that actually makes me happy. I don't know if happy is the word, but that makes me, more sure about your project, because I love when devs have, IRL experience, when they are actually people that have already experience in real life companies, or they are actual developers and everything, and they're not doing this for the first time. So what I have heard right now is actually pretty bullish, in my opinion, because you already have, IRL experience from great places, and you're also a developer. That's something really important, because most of the project owners and developers in, that are not actual developers, they just, hire people for them to make their ideas come true. And that's not wrong, that's not something that is wrong at all. But I prefer when the actual CEO of the team is also the developer that is actually making the utility. So congratulations about that, man. To be honest, that's amazing. And I wanted to
I
let you know,
appreciate it.
you said it at first, but I couldn't get it really great. But how's the team? Like, how's the core team of your project of GiggleBucks actually, composed of? Like, is it just you that it's over there in the US, as the CEO, and you also have like several advisors over the space? Is the core team, made?
Sorry, I was driving in.
Don't
I took
worry,
the day
man.
off today, so I apologize. Yes, everyone is from US. As a developer, I cannot sit here and and this is just my personal preference. I can't. I'm not the type of developer where I have somebody in France and somebody in Sweden
No.
and somebody in
Yeah.
India on my IT team. I need to personally know these people and I need to do business with them on a personal note. I just can't work like other devs do. And I've heard it a lot and I've seen it a lot. It just doesn't fly with me. There's too many gimmicks that happen, too many shady things that go down.
Yeah.
Um,
Totally.
in all honesty, what do you like to be called? Your name?
I'm Drive It, or you can call me Aldo. Aldo is my real life name, but everyone calls me Drive It. So whatever suits you better, man.
Okay. Yeah, dry bit. So in all honesty, I wasn't even gonna create a project. I didn't need to. It took me about 90 test runs to make this accurate. You can imagine. I mean, the time in late night. I have 2 kids too, so going to sleep at 3, 4 o'clock, waking up at 6, hitting the gym. I put in a lot of hours to make sure this was tested accurately. Um, and where were the failures? Because I wanted to be perfection, um, and fix those mistakes. And I got it to the T now. But yeah, everyone's here. I've known them personally. They're all in the U.S. 2 live in Texas. 1 lives in California. Um, and 2 of them have Microsoft backgrounds, and 1 with Tesla.
Oh,
So
that's amazing, man. That's amazing. That's really bullish. That the core team is actually people that have, great experience in great companies. That's actually bullish for me. And I also understand you, man. I also have 2 kids, and I know how the struggle is to make a, work life balance. but but it's amazing. I've been a project developer myself. I had two projects in my past. One was Avocado and one was Chain Gaming X. I also did two pre-sales on Pixel and everything, so I actually understand everything you're going through right now. I know how stressful it is when you just open your first launch and you have all these 6 days remaining, and you have to be like hustling or grinding to make it happen. That's actually happened. That's something that I've lived in firsthand. So I understand you. It's great, like I always say, for you to be here, telling more about us, so telling more about your project to us and everything. That for me is pretty important. And also, to be honest, my personal opinion is that your background it's amazing, man. To be honest, it's one of the best backgrounds I've ever heard in my AMAs. But also, what I wanted to ask you is this your first project, as a CEO, your first utility project as CEO? This is the first time that you entered into Pixel and said, "Hey, I'm going to start doing this project," or you have any past experience using the platform?
No, I'm very familiar with the platform, but I've never been the type of guy where I said, "Hey, let me create a project and put it on Pincel," or "Hey, let me create a project and launch it on the Ethereum blockchain." No, this is the first. I'm very well familiar with everything that goes on in crypto, app-wise, software-wise, coding-wise, um, command line bots, so whatever it may be. But this is to answer your question. This is the first project I've done. What I was telling you
That's
earlier, um, what I was telling you earlier was I was actually talking to a bunch of my close friends who all have IT backgrounds as well. And a bunch of my friends, naturally when you're in the software IT development field, most of your friends are as well. And they asked me, I was like, "Hey, man, why don't you have nothing to lose at all? This is, I mean, from the and they've seen the testing live already. From the testing they've seen, they said, "Hey, it's a cash cow, man. There's so many people that have
nice.
lost so much money, that have been rug pulled, cheated, scammed. Why don't you do a pink sell on it and make it a fair launch?" And I said, "You know what? Because I'm not short the money whatsoever." Um, but that's exactly what they said, and I said, "Okay, you can assist me with it." So pretty much they assist me with that. Um, Here
That's
we
that's
are, man.
amazing, man. And it's good that this is your first experience, as a pink sale dev, for a project. That's okay. Everyone starts with the first time, so that's actually pretty great. And I think that you'll do well, man. To be honest, I think that you'll do well, and your product is really important. It is really interesting also. And this is where we're going to shift now the talk to talk a little bit more about your project, to talk a little bit more about your bot. Like, we have 40 participants over here right now, and I think that everyone wants to know more than about our backgrounds and what we did before and everything. Want to know more, more detail about what does your product really is. What is GiggleBucks? Like, if you could tell, like the best way of explaining your projects to all the possible investors that are here, how would you describe your bot? Like, what are the best highlights? What are the best features? The microphone is all yours.
Absolutely. So you leave it on front run auto. You're not home. When you get home, you'll laugh and you'll see Ethereum in your wallet. You have to cash it out. You have to cash it out to wherever you'd like, or you can leave it in there. It's up to you. But you have to. It'll be your wallet address. It's got specific token snipe. It's got copy trade wallets. So if I want to use your wallet, whatever you buy, I want my bot to buy. Pretty much. Um, Pre-sale sniper. It'll snipe pink cells as soon as they launch. The front run sniper I told you about. Exact token snipe. Multi wallet snipe. Telegram and Discord looking for contract search. If it finds a contract, it will snipe it. But before it snipes anything, remember this, it's also looking if there's any fishy coding, or is it a honeypot from the get go.
Oh,
That's what
amazing,
saves it
amazing.
from the start. Yes, sir.
That's an amazing
So it's
filter,
always in the
because
mempool.
Yeah, like, sorry for interruption, but what you said is really important for everyone to know, because we all know that there are a lot of stealth launches happening like every single hour, and most of
Seconds.
them, yeah, seconds exactly, and most of them, they end up being a honeypot, or they end up being, scammy devs or everything. So actually, for your bot to have, this type of filtering, to to be able to analyze the smart contract, of the token, and say, hey, this is like, for example, a function that will drain off the liquidity in 1 second, or something, scammy. It's good that they have this filter. And also, what you just said about the ping sale sniper, that's actually a pretty damn good uh, functionality. So I never seen it, I never heard it. Oh, I think that one time I heard something about related, but I never seen it action. So it's actually pretty good that you had that idea, and you're going to be developing.
Yes, sir. Oh, well, already developed. And one thing I was going to mention was, as far as tokens go, a lot of tokens will be burned as well. There's no family tokens. There's no friendship tokens. There's no boyfriend girlfriend tokens. None of that. This is as clean as it gets.
Awesome.
Liquidity loss. So honesty goes a long ways, and trust goes a long ways with me. So in life, however you want to be treated, the other person should be treated too. So if I want something that I want to invest in, I have to have trust and faith and my 100% in it. So that's why I want people to feel like, hey, this is secure. We're not going to lose money in it. Um, and as far as the bot goes, anyone that invests over 1 Ether plus more gets a free bot. Anyone that invests 1 Ether less gets a 7-day trial, which the 7-day trial
Okay.
will blow their mind. But yes, there's two options there. I have my own private node from scratch. It's encrypted, 256 bit. I'm not using anything third party. As I mentioned from the beginning of the call, AMA, that everything was done from scratch. There was no copy paste, this and that, nothing.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. To be honest, that it's custom made. That's actually pretty good. Because nowadays everyone just, like you say, copy paste, existing existing coding, and they, customize some small parts, and then they say, hey, this is my product. And that's not bad, but it's also good to know that this is like a custom made bot. That's something pretty smart. And I was actually going to ask you about that, about the one Ethereum that gives you the bot. So basically, the cost of your bot is one Ethereum, right? So everyone that invests, that contributes one Ethereum into your fair launch, gets, the bot for life. That's the only payment they are going to do for the bot. Exact. That's correct.
That is correct.
And then if you invest less, you get 7-day trials. But for example, what happens for the let's make it two questions. The first one is, what happened for the ones that invest less than one Ethereum? They have the 7-day trial. What happens after the trial expires? What's the actual cost of the bot? It's going to be one Ethereum minus their contribution, or you're going to have a fixed price? How's that going to work?
No, it's 1 Ethereum minus contribution.
Perfect.
And that is correct.
Okay,
And the
and
good
for
thing is, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The good
sorry,
thing
sorry.
is, you're probably asking like, well, how are you going to do this? Each bot will have a product key. When you buy Microsoft Windows,
Yeah, exactly. I get you. Yeah,
just
that's actually
like that.
pretty good. So everybody's going to have its own customized, how you say, product key. Perfect.
That is correct. And
That's
on my end, I can see everything. Just like if I don't pay my phone bill or my cable, they shut it off automatically. Same thing goes with this.
perfect.
After 7 days, you get cut off. Yeah.
That's really great, man. Really great. And your bot, for example, the first version is going to be for desktop, right? It's going to be for computer. It's not going to be mobile. It's going to be fully, for desktop.
That is correct. That is correct. I'm working on the mobile app right now. I'm not making any promises on timeline because
That's okay. Yeah.
I like to have things perfect. So um, you know, we'll wait on that. But it's in the works. That's the great
Perfect.
news.
And the bot is going to be, for example, for Windows, for Mac, and Linux, or only for Windows at the moment? I mean the operating system.
Windows and Mac.
Oh, okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Most of the user base is there, so that's really, really great. So I'm scrolling down to your project here in the website. I'm gonna finish up with my personal questions, guys. Remember that for the 44 participants that are right here, I normally start asking my questions because everyone remember that this is my launch and I am the one that invests most of the time. So I want to clear out all of my doubts first, and then of course we start with the community questions that I see many of you that already have your hands raised, but you're gonna have to wait just a little bit more, guys, because I have or two more questions that I want to discuss about. The first one, just one second, I had it written here. Giggle Master, I wanted to ask you about your audit. I see that you had your audit done with Solid Proof. Did you write the I know that you said that you're doing the bots and everything, but you also written your code for your smart contract for your token, and if that's so, how did the audit go? Is it everything correct? Did they find anything that you need to change, or is it just green light?
No, the audit was fine. And after our AMA, it should be posted on our Twitter as well. But if it's not, for some reason, I can attach the entire audit as well. But it was clean and clear. I was impressed. And
That's amazing.
while we're talking about audits, I'm actually talking to somebody from Certic as well. Um,
Oh,
that was referred to me, so I'll
that
definitely be
that
getting a
that
Certic audit.
yeah, that's really great. If you have Certic, man, I'll full ape into the project. To be honest, yeah, having Certic is for me, it's really really good to see projects that use Certic because one, you're ensuring that basically it's clear as water, and also it's like I don't know how to say it, but when I see projects that actually buy Certic, because we all know that Certic ain't cheap, so me seeing projects that buy Certic means that they have, enough funds, for marketing and development. That's something that I usually like to see. But congratulations on that. If you go with Certic, that's a really, really step for the project. And the last question that I wanted to ask you, the two last questions, sorry. The first one was a little bit more about the tokenomics. Could you explain to me and the community, of course, your tokenomics, your total supply, how is it distributed, if there is a tax, if there's no tax? Guildmaster, are you there?
I'm sorry. I have to mute and unmute over and over again.
Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. It's okay.
My other developer, he's in charge of the tokenomics, which he assisted me with. He had a family emergency and he has that information, but I can get that for you. And the
Yeah,
burn
don't
has been
worry.
done. The burn is
Yeah,
officially done.
we were discussing in our DMs, earlier today, and he actually shared to me, for everyone in my community, you should all know that he shared to me the transaction hash of the burn. So actually, the 69%, I think, of the total supply is burned. That is actually really great from the 28 million total supply. And something that I really like and that I always post in my call channel is like when I see projects that they have no team tokens and basically all of the tokens are going to the pre-sale. That's something really great. They only have, I'm seeing right here, 6% for sex listing. And that's my last question. I wanted to ask you, Giggle Master, about the sex listing. Do you have any centralized exchange in mind? Have you already started talking with any exchange? How's that going?
I have not at the moment, but I definitely will. And as long as I've been in crypto for a long, long time, I'm not a fan of these small crypto exchanges. It makes you look so bad and just desperate just to be on an exchange. Like there's exchanges I've never heard of, and when I see tokens that jump on that wagon, it just looks horrible. So I'm not sitting here and saying Coinbase and Binance. I'm not saying that whatsoever.
Okay.
Um, but as far as marketing goes and how many eyes are going to be all over the project, it will get me closer and closer to these top exchanges, definitely. But yes, it is in the works, on the list that I have a agent already. that I was referred to as well by a trusted candidate. Has a lot of contacts with a lot of sexes.
Perfect. Yeah, so me, I agree with you when you say that, that the small exchanges are not actually good for projects, but I think that the correct exchanges for me, that's just a personal opinion. For example, Bitmart usually is great. Mexi also, for me, it worked. I had a project that the token was listed on Mexi, and we had like a really, really great, pump after that. Of course, then it dumped, but we originally had its how to say it, its pump. And I'm going to ask just one more question before we go with the community, because I have just came this into my mind. I wanted to know, because I know that you have your bot that is going to be your utility, but is your token is your token going to affect, in anything to the bot? Is your token also going to have certain utility for your bot, or your token and your utility are not correct, are not, connected between each other?
To answer your question, no. The bot is different. The token is different. It has no connection to each other whatsoever.
That's perfect. Okay, that's great. The token is for fundraising purposes, and that's totally respectable, and that's okay. Okay, guys, we have 50 participants at the moment. We're having an amazing AMA with Giggle Master. He has talked a lot about his past experience, where he worked, what motivated him to do this. He talked a lot about his project and his utility. We talk about the contribution, the audit, the tokenomics. And now, guys, it's your time. You know that this is the time where I start unmuting persons that want to ask questions. Guys, remember, today we're having like an actual utility project that has really, really great functionalities. So I'm expecting good questions, guys. So I hope that you've been watching the white paper, the website, and everything, and you got some great questions for today. So let me start unmuting. Please, if you want to speak, raise your hand, and I'm going to start unmuting. Just let me check.
Hey,
Okay, we have
Travis,
Crypto
while you're doing that,
Legend.
one thing I forgot.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said before you unmute someone, I forgot to mention the bot works on BSC and Ethereum blockchain.
Oh, perfect. Ah, yeah, and I also saw something on the website that I'm not going to ask it, because I think that maybe someone else is going to ask it. But I saw something about going multi-chain to ARB and Sol. So we're going to leave that for in case anyone asks that. So, but that's good to clarify. So I'm going to allow Crypto Legend to speak. Crypto Legends, you have been unmuted. You're free to ask your question.
Um, Thank you so much for the opportunity, Rabbit. I really
You're
love your
welcome, bro.
project, the great utilities, and but this your bot is man-made, and no one is perfect. So I just want to ask, what if eventually I encounter a problem using the bot, or the bot fail maybe when I used it? Where can I complain to if I don't want to, spam your Telegram with complaints, or go through your DMs? You have a kind of where I can complain when I'm using the bot, like on the website where I'm using the bot. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Right. Oh, I love that word, complain. Yes,
Customer
there will.
service.
There you go. That's so much better because I'm a big customer service guy. Whether it be restaurant or business. But yes, you can use our Telegram, you can use our Discord, you can use our email address. There'll be a WhatsApp number. So absolutely, there'll be many ways to contact. And one more thing, guys, there's gonna be updates and updates on this bot. This is not a one and done. I'm gonna update it to multiple chains.
Okay, that's amazing. I'm glad to know you're gonna be updating the bot and keep it tested and everything. Thank you so much for the answers. I'll not end
Absolutely.
my question here. I'm gonna go to your Telegram and ask more questions if I have any.
Yeah, feel free to DM me. But yeah, it's just like an iPhone, right? Version 14.1, 14.2. It needs updates. So
Yeah, I completely agree with that. A product, or an app needs to be updated all the time. So I actually happy that you said that this is not like the one version and that's it. That you're going to be, adding more and more features through the time goes by. Let's see. We have someone that asked really great questions. That it's Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you're allowed to speak. Yesterday you were having some issues with your network. I hope that you fixed them today, but you're allowed to speak, man. Are we having network issues? Oh, there it is.
Am I audible? All right. Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
So my question is about the market volatility. So most sniper bots I've used don't have like the mechanism to use stable coins to buy a token. So what if I want to buy a token using USDT ERC20? Is there like a feature available for that? Or I need to swap to Ethereum before I can buy?
That's
Do
a
you get my
wonderful.
question?
That's a wonderful question, and that is if I go in my office right now, thing that I've written down right there. Right now is just Ethereum. You have to have Ethereum or
Okay.
BNB Smart Chain.
All right. All right. I
But
actually
that
have
is
a lot of questions here.
that, that's
Hello.
good, man. But that was a really great question. That's something that I haven't thought. So actually, thanks for asking that.
Okay.
That's the beauty of the community. Because they start asking questions, and sometimes when you have something in your mind that you didn't even thought about it, and they just ask it, and then you hear a great answer. That's actually really really great. So thank you, Emmanuel, for that
oh
question,
yes,
and of course, thank you, Giggle Master, for answering. Let's see
absolutely.
who else we
That's an
have.
amazing question.
We have a lot of people with their hands raised. They're actually asking, like I said, guys, I love when the community asks good questions. And now we have had two questions that were actually really great. So let's keep it going. Let me see who else wants to ask a question. Okay, hey, we have Dean Mark over here. Dean Mark, where are you? I've just seen you here. Dean Mark. Dean Mark, you're allowed to speak, man.
Yeah, hey, right, with I'm audible.
Hey, how's it going, brother? Glad to have you here. Big
Yeah, cool,
investor,
man.
my friend Dean Mark.
Yeah, man. It's been a great EMA section from the team. So I have a concerning question from my end, in which is concerning their passive income aspect. So most investors nowadays love passive income projects. Will you guys implement any feature that will generate passive income for your users? Because I believe this way it will attract more investors into knowing more about the project and wanting to invest in it.
Yes, good question. I don't even know where to start to answer that question, but because I've been in so many gimmick projects where they're like, yeah, you'll get what do you call those? Um, what do you? Oh man, I went blank. Sorry. PAX-P
Don't worry.
rewards or
Oh
ETH
yeah,
rewards or XRP rewards, and it's
BUSD rewards.
BUSD rewards, and I get it. I've seen it all from the good to the bad and to the middle of it. But no, this bot, like I said, when I do the demo, um, you will definitely see what this is about. I'm gonna leave it at that. But back to your question, no rewards or reflections. That's what I was looking for, reflections. But
That's
no,
great.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers. I got your answers. It's really amazing. Thank you very much to you, Drybit, for
my
the
pleasure.
opportunity. Really appreciate it. Great one,
Thank you,
guys.
Dean Mark. Great. And I think to be honest, I think that one good way of passing income is the bot itself, right? For example, if you just turn on the bot and let it, do its own stuff, it's like a type of passive income for you. Am I right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you the worst case scenario. If the bot made you $100 to $500 a day with minimal front run transaction amounts, if you started with 1 ETH or 2 ETH or 10 ETH, it doesn't matter. Is $500 that you never had a small amount of money per day?
No, yeah, it actually is. Yeah.
It's
I
not,
want that
right?
bot. Yeah, yeah.
It's not. $15,000 is money that you never had in 30 days. So if that's, and I'm just throwing an example out there. I'd rather show it than
Yeah.
say it. So yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And you actually said that one of the you're going to showcase, a beta of the bot, before fair launch ends, or how? What did you say? At the beginning, I forgot.
We're just fixing a little few kinks on our end, but it'll probably be close to 7, 8, no more than 10 days. But it's way before launch.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. So we have a question. Let's see who's going to ask. We have a lot of hands raised. Just let me find. I'm gonna be taking question for people from your community because I see many people here that are new to me. So I assume that they came from your side. So actually, I'm going to unmute them. Mr. Jonathan, you're allowed to speak.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Mr. Jonathan, welcome.
Great.
What's your question for our Giggle Master here?
Okay. And so my question is, I noticed that the GiggleBucks token is only issued under the blockchain, especially in the BSC network. As the project develops, would you consider making your token and your protocol a multi-chain project? Will this be part of your future plans?
Good question, and thank you for that question. Yes, multi-chain is part of the future plans. Right now, the main focus is on the BSC and Ethereum blockchain. That is the main sole focus right now. That is
That's
where all the moolah is. The moolah.
yeah, exactly. And I'm glad I didn't ask the question because, like I said, I wanted to ask, about the cross chain, but that's actually great that I didn't ask that because I wanted to let someone else ask. So let's see who else got questions, guys. I think that we're having a really, really great time here. Gil Master is answering questions really, really great. So let's unmute someone else from your community that came from your group. We have drink wine water. I don't understand his username, but that's actually pretty great. Drink water. You're unmuted, man.
I love wine and water.
You're allowed to speak, man.
Oh, he left. Where are you from, Drybit?
I'm from Argentina, South America.
Oh,
Argentina.
Leo Messi, baby. Leo
Yeah,
Messi.
you stole him from us. Yeah.
I'm going to Miami
He
next
went
week.
to the US. Well, I love Miami, man. I actually go to Miami once a year. So if I'm someday in Miami, I'll drop you a message to see if we can be there at the same time.
Man, I was there for the Bitcoin conference. Man, what a beautiful turnout.
Miami is now becoming, the crypto capital of United States, man. It's crazy. All the
Right.
tech companies are going over there. It's the new Silicon Valley, right?
That's right. All the money.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Okay.
Drink water.
Um,
Oh,
am I
hey,
audible?
drink water. We can
Am I
hear you
audible?
now, brother. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Thanks for the opportunity to drive it. I've been going through the website and I basically see something interesting where you guys said when well we can access the board, we have to buy the token, and which I see that is interesting in that aspect. So let's say, for example, I bought the board and let's say I want to use the board, which I have to buy the token. So I want to know the basic amount of price I have to buy before the bot will start assessing in my group. So that's what I'm trying to ask. What amount of price am I going to buy before the bot will start working? Yeah.
Okay. Let's wait for Giggle Master. I think Giggle Master might be muted.
Oh man, you see what I did? I started talking.
I guessed that. Yeah.
God. Yeah. Um, Great question, and thank you for that question. At the moment, I'm not interested in selling the bot by itself. The whole idea is for the project to be a hit and the bot to be a hit. When the bot makes money, the project makes money too because people will invest in both. So it just becomes one big community where everyone's making money, and that's how I want to keep it. But when the time comes where I'm just selling the bot by itself, absolutely, I'll put a price on it.
Um, okay, that's interesting because that will also give some people to use the bot, so they will have the access to first use the project of itself before having the access to use the bot. So I see you guys are just doing two in one access, which is interesting, and I would say I love that a lot. That's a good idea on that. Thank you so much for the answer. Yeah.
My pleasure. You can DM
Thank
me
you
if you
for
have
the
any more
question.
questions.
Thank you for the question. Those are the questions that you can tell if people are actually analyzing the project. I really love that. So let me find my boy Sam Murphy, a based member of the community that wants to ask a question. He is one OG from the community, great investor. He always follows me with the trades, and he also shares a lot of trades with me. So, Sam, you're unmuted. Feel free to ask your question.
We'll wait for him till
Sam?
he's
Yeah, I
unmuted.
see it.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, brother.
Okay. Thank you, Rabbit, for this wonderful opportunity. And
Always,
it's
my
a
man.
privilege. It's a privilege to interact with a person of 10 years experience, Giggle Master. So
I
my
appreciate
question is
it.
not related. Yes. My question is not related to the project because I have been into crypto in 2016 when BTC was trading at $500. So I faced some bad experience losing 4 BTC in a mining scam. So I left crypto space. When I entered in 2020 during the pandemic, BTC was trading around $9,000. So I lost something during that period because of all the rug pulls and all. So what did you suggest to the newcomers like me who wants to invest in good projects? Because we have been facing a lot of rug pulls, honeypots and all. So it's always been difficult. So what did you suggest to the community members to overcome these things?
Man, that's a beautiful question. I gotta say that is a very beautiful question, and I'm sorry you're going through that, and a lot of people are going through that. And that was just a bad time in 2020 where everything launched on Dex Tools or wherever you see the live new pairs, whatever platform you use, because every second a new token comes out, and a newbie or experienced, if they don't have a bot or any type of security before getting into a project, 99.9% of the time, let's be honest, it's a rug pull, it's a honeypot, or it's a very phishing scam. It's just they have it where you lose, they win. They're just evil people on the other side. Um, and you have to take steps. You have to take precautionary steps on how you're buying projects, who you're listening to, what type of projects are you buying, where did you see them. And that's why this bot will not let you buy a honeypot, rug pull, or phishing coding projects. And that's what I love, what I've created.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's my pleasure. Hey, Drive It. I hate to do this to you. I have less than 5 minutes. My son is with me. I
Don't
didn't know how long it was gonna take, but
Don't worry, brother. Don't worry, brother. Your time here has been like really, really valuable. You answer your questions really great. We normally do 1 hour, but it's okay. We've been here talking for 45 minutes, and that's awesome. You've talked a lot about the project, and everything. So if you got 5 minutes, we can start wrapping it up. Are you free for one more question? Can we do the last one?
yeah, absolutely. And I'm free
Yeah,
for DMs tonight,
perfect,
or
guys.
actually in like 3-4 hours. Be more than happy to DM me. I'm an open book, FYI.
Perfect, guys. Perfect. So let me just 1 second. I'm going to unmute the last person that is just let me do it quickly. Someone that I saw with their hands up. I don't know where he went. Sir BSC, here. Sir BSC, you're allowed to speak, brother.
Thank you for the honor. Thank you very much. Just a quick question. I was going through the website earlier today, and the utility bots caught my eye. I cannot lie about that. It has great utilities and many things in stock. Yes, so I just wanted to ask, will there be any better registrations? Because the bots can do a lot of things here, yes. So before releasing to the public, is there any type of people either in the team or in the community that will taste it out first before it will be finally released to the public? That's just what I want to know.
Oh, great question. And thank you for that question. I'm not sure when you joined, but yes, I will be doing a live demo with the entire community on Twitter and a live demo with the entire community on Telegram. And whatever anyone wants to see live, they stop me right then and there and they ask me, hey, can you show us this feature, this mode, this multi-wallet, this front run? And that's when you'll see everything. So yes.
All right, thank you. And one more thing.
Yes,
In
sir.
the website there is a 69% burn there, so I'm wondering whether it will be the total supply or any other thing else.
So 69% has been burned. And then you have, let's see, 69% has been burned. Let me go back and look. 1 second. 69% burn, 25% pre-sale, and 6%, or I'm sorry, 25%. 69% burn, 15% pre-sale, 10% liquidity, and 6% CEXs.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for your question, Sir BSC. Thank you very much. And okay, Giggle Master, thank you very much for your time over here. I hope that you had a great time here at my lounge. You know, full of organic people. We have 50 participants listening to you, and I actually had a great time. It was very nice meeting you. And to start closing this up, and I don't want to take more time from you. I know that you're there and you need to do something else, but I want to give you the microphone one more time to you, so you can say your final words, the final thing you want to say to all these probable investors over here listening to you, and we can wrap this up.
Thank you so much for having me, Drybit. It's been an honor. I really appreciate it. I'm appreciative of you having me. Guys, this will definitely bring some eyes, move the space a lot. Marketing hasn't even started yet. I'm going beast mode is the word I'm going to use. I'm going beast mode with the marketing, and that's not just US. It's going to be internationally. So if you want to get in, get in. If you want to wait it out. I really appreciate everyone taking the time listening to me, and thank you for having me, guys. Much
Thank you
love.
very much, Giggle Master. Thank you very much. To be honest, it was one of the most interesting AMAs I've done in the last couple of days. So thank you very much for being here. So for everyone in the community, guys, thank you very much for being here, for listening to us for these 51 minutes that we've been discussing more about this project. Remember, guys, we always bring quality projects into the lounge where we can do this, when we can interact to the CEO, when we can interact to the core team, when we can ask all of our questions. Remember that we are a community that is keep on growing. We're having an AMA daily. So it's actually really great. And once again, guys, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, Giggle Master, for this wonderful project that you're bringing into the space. And that's it, guys. I hope to talk to you later, Gil Master. I will drop you a DM to ask a little thing that I have on my mind. But if any one of you had any question for Giggle Master, he said more than once that he's open for any DM that you want to send him. Just send him the question and he will answer. And also, please go and check their pre-sale and also join to their Telegram group where he will always be there, if you need anything else. But once again, guys, thank you very much for joining. I will be posting the winners for the questions and also doing a giveaway for the lucky listeners. So thank you very much, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Gracias.